station. Kylie, that's all the lovers.
Hawkins in the morning.
Your county.
Your station.
Could you find yourself made to take a job at a lap dancing club? The government's banning job centres from advertising jobs in the sex industry that could involve stimulation. I would love to know how they're going to define that. However, job centres are still going to be allowed to advertise cleaning jobs or bar work in the same club. Have you ever had to take a job somewhere on an environment that you weren't comfortable with or you didn't approve of just because you needed the work? And what do you think about the whole thing about the government banning job centres advertising jobs that could involve one person stimulating another? Morning, Zara.
Good morning.
Morning, Zara. What do you want to say?
Well, I teach pole dancing lessons for fitness, and I think it's ridiculous that the government is saying this. It's up to each individual what job they do, isn't it?
Tell me, well, it is, but is it not up to the government to decide what jobs can or can't be advertised in job centres?
Not really, because I mean, if you want to go in that line of work, then you'll apply for that job. If you don't, then you'll just avoid it, won't you?
Tell me how you became a pole dancing instructor.
I'm a fitness instructor. I've been in the fitness industry for over 15 years, and I'd heard it was the latest craze that had come into America, so I kind of jumped on the bandwagon quite early. I've been teaching it now for 6 years. It's the most demanding fitness I've ever done, and still continues to be so. And yeah, it's brilliant. Our classes are booming.
Who wants to learn pole dancing and why?
Every girl, all kids, all ages. I've had a 60-year-old lady, I've had housewives, I've had everything coming to me. It's just fitness, and yeah, it's a different type of fitness. It's good fun. There's small groups. It really builds girls' confidence, and the actual training itself is really, really demanding. So it's one of the best that you can do to tone.
So tell me about the training. Clearly, I'm hardly a contender for this because I'm like 4 stone overweight, and male. But tell me, I've just realised we have a pole in the corner of the studio here. At the moment, it's got 2 TVs fixed to it, but you know, we can have a couple of 5 minutes with a spanner and we're sorted. What is so demanding about the training? What does it do for your fitness?
It would be basically, when you go on the pole, you either lift your body or you don't. So every other type of fitness you walked into, you'd start off with, say, like a kilo of weights in your hands or something like that. Well, with pole dancing, there's no easy way. You either lift your body off the floor to spin or to climb, or you don't. So there's not many girls that can instantly lift their whole body weight. But with the training, we run 6-week courses, and by the end of every 6-week stage, they can complete what we've been telling them to do for the 6 weeks. And so the sense of achievement is amazing as well, because you kind of start off thinking, oh my God, this is impossible, and then you do it.
But if you don't want to lift your own body weight, you can do bench presses, can't you?
Yeah, but I mean, it's much more exciting than doing a bench press, isn't it?
For whom?
Well, for the girls.
Okay. Does it make a difference that you've got an all-female class and it's just them dancing in front of each other?
No, I mean, it builds confidence, obviously, because everybody comes in and feels a bit embarrassed and stuff like that. But after the first lesson, because they are small groups, they build good friendships with the girls that they stay with through the courses, because they tend to stay with that group continuously.
Okay, but if you're in a group of women watching other women doing that, it's a bit different from being on a stage in front of a bunch of men who've paid 20 quid to watch you do it.
I know, but the difference between pole dancing for fitness and what you see in a lap dancing bar, girls in a lap dancing bar, they just gyrate round a pole. Not many girls in lap dancing bars actually can do, like, massive tricks on the pole. There's a few, but generally speaking, all they're doing is gyrating. We're not doing that, we're doing tricks. It's like acrobatics on the pole.
Okay, are you at all concerned there might be a bit of confusion there between your pole dancing and what other people think of as pole dancing?
Yeah, the misconception is when you say the word pole dancer, everybody automatically thinks a lap dancer, a girl that takes their clothes off, and the two are so different. It just so happens that there's poles in clubs where girls remove their clothes, and we're working on poles.
But some of your students have gone on to work in those clubs.
Yeah, I've had girls approach me and say that they're going off to audition and they'd like some help to build their confidence to be able to go in and do the audition. So I have helped girls in the way they move.
How do you feel about that?
Fine.
How do they feel about wanting to work in that industry? What do they tell you about why they want to do that?
It's great money, basically. There's lots of money to be made in that industry, so that's generally why girls go in to do it.
Okay, so what do you make of what the government said then that for example, a job as a dancer, the sort of job that you've been training people to do, that you won't be able to find that advertised in a job centre anymore?
I didn't actually realise that those jobs were advertised in job centres anyway. I always thought the way it works was you just rang at different clubs and found out if they needed girls, and if they need girls, they tell you to come in and audition, and then if you look the part and they think that you can do the job, then you get the job. It sort of goes that way, really, but I don't think the government should say. I mean, there's lots of jobs out there that people do that somebody else would never do in a million years, so how can they say, yes, well, that one's okay to advertise, but that one's not?
Okay, I mean,
it's up to the individual what they want to do, isn't it?
Chris Grayling, the employment minister, said this ban will only affect jobs which could lead to exploitation. How great a risk is there that maybe some of the girls you helped train could find themselves being exploited?
I don't think any girls get exploited in this country in the run-of-the-mill lap dancing bars. All the girls that go in are sort of over the age of 20, do you know what I mean? And they know what they're doing, and they're making really good money. It's their decision to go and do that job. They're not being forced to do it.
Have you spoken to any of the ones that you trained since they left your class, since they went into the industry?
Yeah. There's some girls that still work in them, and they make a lot of money. I do keep in touch with some girls because some girls I ended up making quite good friends with.
How do they feel about it? How do they feel about themselves?
Sorry?
How do they feel about it? How do they feel about themselves?
They're fine, that's what I mean. If they feel, but some days they have like any job. They have days where they go, oh God, I don't want to go in. It's kind of a thing, but isn't that with every job? And yeah, they make a lot of money, and they continue to do so until they've a lot of girls go in with goals. They want to save for a mortgage of a house, or they want to save for this, and they get their heads down and they work until they reach that number. And then pretty much once they reach that number, they kind of leave that job. And
they don't have any compunction about the way they're earning that money, which is basically disporting themselves for men to stare at?
No, not really.
Okay. Are you surprised that I'm surprised by that?
Yeah, I think it's a misconception, really. I mean, I've been into lap dancing bars and seen how they work. I've been down. I've actually taken girls for an audition and stuff, and I've seen how they work. And it's just, I don't know. The misconception outside is that that girls are kind of that they obviously haven't got any intellect to be working there, when really they've actually got quite a lot because they're making an absolute fortune. And they're setting themselves up. Girls go in there and save money and create their own business. They get their deposits for mortgages. They do all sorts. They put themselves. There's so many girls that work in lap dancing bars that are putting themselves through uni, so they come out of uni with no debts. So I actually think if you can do that kind of a job, then why not? You're sort of setting yourself up for the future.
Okay, so finally, Zara, you teach pole dancing classes in Shrewsbury, is that right?
Yeah, in Studio 1 in Shrewsbury.
In Studio 1 in Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
And when you're putting together a mix CD, what are the top tunes that you put on there?
At the moment, I've got quite a bit of Lady Gaga and some Rihanna, just a mix of chart music, really.
Okay, I was about to play some Shania Twain, but that doesn't really cut it, does it?
She's not been in the charts for a while, has she?
Well, okay, so let's call it pole dancing gold, shall we? Zara, good to talk to you. Thanks for your call.
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for your call. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care, bye.
BBC Radio Shropshire. You don't get this anywhere else.